But let's get into the post match, Scott, that told the real story.
The post match angle was that segment in and of itself was some of the best storytelling that you're going to see. The layers that they went, the callbacks that they went to. We see, they get Kevin Owens back in the ring. The rest of the Bloodline come in the ring, and they're all hyped for Sami. Like, all right, Sami, yeah, you're good. Jay's real excited. He's about to put the lay on him, and then Roman's like, nah, hold on, we're not done yet. He goes and gets the chair. They start they handcuff Kevin Owens and start super kicking the hell out of that dude. Just bam, 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 bam. I mean, they are just rapid super kicks, and he's defenseless. Sami is like, he's dejected with every kick. You can see it in his face. Like, he's like, yo, come on. All right, we good. You won. Sami's trying to beg him off. Like, no, stop. Roman's got a chair. He's about to hit him in the head. And Sami steps in front. Crowd reacts big. They have been chanting, Sami. Crowd reacts big. It was at this point where I was like, all right, are we just getting the tease? Because I thought this was going to be it. We were just going to get the tease. Roman's like, all right, you know what? That's fine. And then they get like Solo to hit him. But there was a ton more right after this. This was excellent storytelling.
This was so good. And the beatdown got uncomfortable fast because it was Roman like, hey, Sami, we're not done with your friend yet. I want the Usos to go in on the attack, beat him up, soften him up some more. And Jay was ready to present the lay to Sami Zayn. Hey, you're an Uso officially. And Roman's like, no, let's pause in the ceremony, take care of business. And they beat the ever-loving hell out of Sami Zayn. Solo got his licks in too. But then the handcuffs were introduced. And this thing took another turn. We have two sets of handcuffs. The Usos handcuff Kevin Owens on the ropes. He is absolutely defenseless, cannot fight back. And they deliver super kick after super kick after super kick after super kick. Matt and Nick Jackson are somewhere crying tears of joy at these super kicks being leveled at Kevin Owens. It was a super kick party, and it was disturbing because this was a savage beatdown courtesy of the Bloodline, and Sami Zayn was growing more and more uncomfortable. And Roman wanted more. He wanted the steel chair. He wanted to finish Kevin Owens, deliver the kill shot. And when he was about to do so, the fans are chanting for Sami Uso. Sami. And Sami, when Roman's about to deliver the final shot, he steps in front of Kevin and says, enough. You've done enough. You've made your point. You're the tribal chief. I acknowledge you. You ain't got to do this. This is beneath you. You are above this. You can let this go. It's done. You've proven your point. Kevin's done for. Be done with this. And Roman stands down, but he tells Sami, oh no, I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. And Sami's like, I don't want the chair. I don't want the chair. I don't want the chair. Roman says, take the chair. And then he tells him that when you're in the ring with us, this is Bloodline business. You take that jackass shit elsewhere. I'm like, oh shit, we're getting real personal now. And I love that part of the storyline.
This is where Sami was really, Sami Zayn sold this well, because at first he sold rebellion. He was rebelling because Roman was in his face, and the man in him was like, nah, you're not going to be in my face like that. And he turned and looked at him. Roman started yelling in his face more. And then he kind of started backing down a little bit. The subtle things like that where, so you see Sami wants to stand up for himself, but then he's like, nah, maybe I shouldn't do it. And I love the subtleties of the story. And, when you think about Sami and KO, like they're the greatest of frenemies and maybe wrestling history, especially when you consider what this angle is going to do for Sami Zayn, or potentially both of them, depending on where they go with it. But we're going to get to it, but we end up getting one of the loudest reactions man, maybe since Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt in the steel cage, where he had the entire crowd yesing slowly, fast, no matter what speed he was doing it on top of the cage. That's the only reaction, at least recently, that I could think of that rivals that. I mean, that was crazy.
That pop was ridiculous, and it gives us flashbacks to Seth Rollins' betrayal to the Shield nearly 10 years ago, and that it was shocking and it was very similar. The mirroring of the moment was insane. So Sammy has a steel chair and he is being told by Roman Reigns, do what you got to do. Sammy's hesitant. And when Roman turns his back, you can just feel the tension grow in the stadium, I should say. And Sammy, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? When Roman fully turns his back, and Sammy winds up that steel chair and he whacks Roman Reigns in the back. Roman goes down. That pop for Sami Zayn standing up for himself and basically telling the Bloodline to go fuck themselves, that was one of the loudest pops I've ever heard on a WWE show. It was insane. And it perfectly mirrored the betrayal of Seth to Roman all those years ago. It was perfection. Because remember, Dean Ambrose, aka Mox, had the shock look of what the hell is going on here? Bloodline, same position. What the hell is going on here? And the mirroring of this moment continues because Jay was the one that was most surprised because he said, I put out my neck for you and you did this.
Yeah, it's, it's kind of got me thinking, like, Sammy, how do you keep Jey Uso a good guy in this? Because the crowd wants to get behind Jey. The crowd started chanting Jey, 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 Jey. When Jey walked out after they started beating down Sammy, the crowd was with Jey. Like, they're like, yeah, you're doing the right thing. So it kind of does make me wonder, like, where do we go? Where's the end game? And I think that's a great thing about this angle is you could go in so many directions. Maybe Jey acts like he's cool with them. Sammy gets the title shot in Montreal and Jey turns on him then, sets up the title match at WrestleMania. Maybe Jey Uso turns on Jimmy during a tag title match, or he turns on Roman during a Universal title match and Sammy beats him. There's so many things you could do. And Jey Uso has more than proven himself to be a capable singles guy. One of my favorite WrestleMania matches is Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, opening match when they were both tag champions. I love watching partners wrestle each other because I think when you have a good tag team and they have chemistry wrestling with each other, they're normally pretty good against each other. Look at Dax and Cash. That was a great match of partners. Every time Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin link up, it's magic. I think we could have something, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. You know what I mean? Like, I think we could have something very similar with that.
Agreed. It was so great. And then the beatdown of Sami Zayn commences. Solo finally lands the Samoan spike. Jimmy's like, this ain't your blood. We're your blood. What are you doing? And Jay's in the corner crying legit tears. Give him an Emmy for Best Supporting Actor in a Wrestling Show because he wanted no part of this. He hated Sammy for turning on the family, but he still kind of loves Sammy and he was not here for this. He wasn't going to save him. He just had to walk away. And the pop he got for walking away was everything. And I cannot wait to hear his promo on SmackDown to explain himself. This will be one hell of a segment. He might deliver the promo of his life. The beatdown continues. And this is nuclear heat on Roman Reigns, something I don't think he's gotten thoroughly during this run. He's been booed, but not like this. He got fuck you Roman chants and he ate it up. He took the lay and just poured pedal after pedal after pedal on Sami Zayn's body. Like, fuck y'all. Like, this is the heat he's been seeking all this time, and you finally give it to him. Jimmy hits one more super kick on a defenseless Kevin Owens. The show ends with Sammy, KO, down and out, Roman leaving like the final boss who has done the massacre via The Godfather. I thought this was outstanding. The angle has been shot at long last, the perfect time, the perfect place, the perfect way to wrap up the Royal Rumble.
We are officially on the road to WrestleMania. I'm expecting a nice rating for Raw. I do wonder when we get. I would keep Sami off TV for a couple weeks, and when he comes back as the babyface NXT, shaved hair, that Sami Zayn, the fedora hat. I want the whole get up, the old music that the crowd can sing along to. Because let me tell you, when he goes to Montreal, they are going to sing him to he don't have to have no music. They will sing him to the ring. And that is legit. They have done it in NXT. They will do it there. And he don't have to hand out no lyrics. And he don't even have lyrics to his songs, but he ain't got to hand that out. And he'll get people to sing it. I mean, he is that over. I think I'm of the mind where Roman needs to wrestle 2 nights. He needs to close one night and open the other night, so the women can close one night too. Because I think if Charlotte and Rhea is a match, I think that's a closing night. I think that's a closing match night or a closing night match. But I think Roman needs to defend the titles twice, one versus Sami and one versus Cody.
I agree. And if Sami Zayn shows up shaved with the hat, you thought you was going to buy Beth Phoenix a whole dinner at Red Lobster?
Sami about to get the Admiral's feast.
Yes. He's going to get the entire feast. He's going to get unlimited cheddar biscuits already off top. He is going to eat like a king. If he presents to me NXT Sami Zayn, oh my God, I would fall out. But I love it. It needs to happen. OG music too. That crowd is going to sing him to the ring, serenade him throughout the entire night. Montreal, Quebec, Canada is going to be the most poppin' place in about a few weeks' time for Elimination Chamber. It is going to be heightened emotions. KO is going to be there too, and that'll be the next chapter, the reunion, hopefully, between KO and Sami Zayn. I am living for this storyline. Best damn thing in professional wrestling today. And this is how you cap off the Royal Rumble. For those of you concerned about where does Cody fit in, don't worry about that right now, because I'm sure they're going to tell this story when need be when Cody goes for Roman. You think you can go bar for bar with Roman? You're crazy. All you need is a personal animus and we're good to go, because we got 2 royal families going at it. That's your story when it's time to pivot heading into WrestleMania season. Don't sweat the Sami stuff right now. Cody's good when he finally has that moment face to face with Roman when it counts most.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think when they do finally come face to face, because I don't think it's going to happen for at least another month, I think the crowd's going to go nuts. I think they're going to be fully with it and anticipating it. And again, Roman has 2 belts. Make that man defend both of those titles separately. They're doing it with the Usos. You can do it with Roman too. Like you say, we want to make WrestleMania in Hollywood the biggest WrestleMania ever. And that means, Roman, you have 2 belts. You will be defending on both nights. And now I mean, that's an easy way to solve your problem. It's an easy way to solve your problem. Or which I think you could, and it would be an all-time moment, you give Sami Zayn the Eddie Guerrero title win over Brock Lesnar, and have Kevin Owens show up to assist Sami Zayn, and he beats Roman at the pay-per-view before. I don't know if you want to do that, but you have options.